Hey Virgo, this is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and I am here for your June 2020 mid-month reading, Virgo. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising, so if this does not resonate with your Sun, please do check your Moon and your Rising as I get them up. Now, this reading is going to take us from today all the way through to the end of June, right past that new moon solar eclipse that's happening on the summer solstice. So the height of that eclipse is either on the 20th or the 21st, depending upon what part of the world you are in. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of energy going on. There's a lot of upgrades. There's a lot happening. So we're here to kind of sort things out and see what Spirit has for us. I am using the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. Okay, I'm using that for all of the readings. It's a brand new deck that I just purchased. The Amazon link, the affiliate link is down below if you wish to purchase it. Let me tell you, those of you that are, any light worker, really anyone that's kind of into star seeds and understands, even if you don't completely understand who you are as a star seed, but all that kind of stuff, this deck really, it speaks volumes. It screams. Okay, so one more card. We're pulling 3 of these for each. One more card, please. One more card. Okay, thank you. Wow, okay, these are beautiful. One of these I am going to consult the book for. So first we have Mount Shasta, and that's what I'm going to read about. Mount Shasta, if you don't know, that's a ley line. That's an area that's a very high spiritual area in Washington, the state of Washington. Then we have Stepping Through. I'm digging this. I feel like there's, wow, definitely God-like messages, and you're stepping through this portal. Or God messages coming through, and then radical expansion. This is going to be a powerful new moon for you. Let me look up Mount Shasta just so I can kind of solidify where we're starting, and then we're going to go further. Your origins, star seeds. Your origins, the seeds that make you what and who you are. Star beings, sacred power places, unexplained mystical phenomena, intuitive messages and downloads, dreams and visions. Mount Shasta is telling me this. There is a sacred space within you. Wow, Virgo. You are your own sacred space. There's a sacred space within you, and if there is a sacred space that you go to locally, that you find sacred to yourself, maybe there's a park, maybe there's a lake, maybe there's a river. I don't know. But maybe there's just a room in your home that you have dedicated and made sacred. You need to go to that sacred space, especially on the new moon. Go to that sacred space. Rededicate yourself, reconsecrate yourself, get renewal, a new sense of purpose, rejuvenated in your health, rejuvenated in your mind. This is a time that you are going to be this portal. As this portal opens, visions, dreams, if you're close to a mountain like this, please go there. Wherever there is a sacred space, I'm going to need you to go there. I'm going to need you to go there. I'm going to need you to go there. And I also need you to find the sacred space within that very special, and I feel like that's our heart chakra. Because there is, at this portal, at this time, this is a time for you to step through the dark, for you to step through the mist, for you to step through the haze, for you to step from what you've been now and step through the portal into the radical expansion. Now, I know Virgo, you guys are like, listen, I like everything neat and in order. Everything has to be done decent and in order. And what is this radical expansion that you speak of? I'm talking about a radical expansion of understanding knowledge. I'm talking about a radical expansion of spiritual gifts. I'm talking about a radical expansion for hearing messages, for channeling. I'm talking about a radical expansion and an ignition and an activation of like it. This has been a consistent throughout all the messages. So if this isn't resonating, it's going to resonate anyway, but it's at some level. Because this portal, with everything in retrograde except for Mars and Uranus, I believe. I mean, the moon doesn't count. The sun, of course, never goes retrograde. If the sun goes retrograde, we got a problem. A lot of problems. With everything else in retrograde, it's like everything has come to a complete halt. Except for the revolutionary next step in evolution, and except for Mars, the aggressor, the divine masculine, the I am about to quote unquote impregnate, infuse fire, passion, motivation, desire. I'm going to fight for the light, no matter what. I'm going to fight for my next step in my evolution, no matter what. I'm going to fight to be the light worker that I was always destined to be, no matter what. I'm going to come out of the shadows and out of the toxicity and out of the closet, and I'm going to be what I've been designed to be from this moment forward, stepping through a portal and emerging, right? Because very shortly here, Venus is going to go direct and she emerges as the bright and morning star. So you are coming up out of the shadow and emerging and stepping through the doorway to the path of your purpose, stepping through the doorway to you as a light worker, stepping through to you in a more fullness and a greater understanding and integration of your spiritual self, your higher self. This is what's expanding for you. This comprehension, full-fledged comprehension and understanding. This is what's expanding for you. It doesn't get much better than this. It doesn't get much stronger than this. I would be expecting over the next week or so, yes, dreams and visions, I would expect visitation. This is the other thing I'm getting from Mount Shasta. And this is the other thing I'm getting from stepping through. The radical expansion, the serpent does represent knowledge. It represents wisdom. It also represents your kundalini. So it represents that creative, beautiful energy, that kundalini energy unraveling and just infusing and empowering right from the root up. But this Mount Shasta says to me, visitation. This Mount Shasta says to me, expect for angelic visitation. Expect ancestor visitation, expect spirit guide visitation, expect that you are going to hear beyond a shadow of a doubt, see potentially, but know that you are going to receive downloads, information, motivation, delegation on how to integrate and how to move forward. Receive the plans in order to go forward to your next step. You're going to see the light. They're going to step through this portal as well with you. Do you see what I'm saying? They're going to step through this portal with you. And as they step through this portal with you, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the information, knowledge, giftings that are already there, but I feel like some of you have just held yourself back from really, really getting into it, if you will, and really embracing it, I think is the better word. That this is you embracing yourself, your higher self, your true self in all of her beauty and her glory. Let's get a couple of tarot. Cards, please, for Virgo. And there you are. You show up right away. It's the Queen of Pentacles, don't you? Justice. Love it. Love that Libra energy there. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles and clarification of Mount Shasta. This is you. You coming into your divinity. Right? You coming into your sacredness. You coming into the understanding of who you are. The realization, understanding, comprehension, and acceptance of who you are. And not be ashamed to show it any longer. Because as you step through, that's when you find the great balance with the Justice card. Great understanding. The walking between two worlds will not be as difficult as you think. The living in two worlds in perfect balance is not as difficult as you think. This is fated. This is a fated infusion. This is a fated understanding. This is a fated explosion for you. This is a fated moment for you to walk through the portal. There's no turning back. There's no need to be scared. There's no turning back. This is walking from the third dimensional and transitioning into fifth dimensional life, right? This is walking, this is moving from a solely third dimensional earth, like taking off the earth goggles and then putting yourself into higher dimensional living, higher dimensional life. And it's an easier balance than you think. I just keep hearing, I need to tell you that. This is easier than you think. If you look at her very closely, her Merkaba, her light body, do you see that? Right at her heart chakra? Get this going. This is your sacred space. This is your sacred space. We mentioned the heart chakra earlier. Where there's been blockages with the Four of Pentacles in your heart chakra, you're going to find that it is easier now once you elevate this and understand that you can walk in that balance. It's okay. That's when the radical expansion comes. Okay? And as your heart chakra expands and you let loose and you let the blockages go and let the healing happen that's been in the heart chakra up until now and stopping the flow of this energy, as that happens, and as then your heart chakra expands, so then does your auric field expand. And as the auric field expands and strengthens, we find greater balance. We're stepping through, right? The portal. And we're coming to our sacred places that are even above and beyond where we are in the third dimensional realm, right? We're able to ascend to those sacred places with our spirit guides, our angels, our ancestors, ascend up here and live in this sacred space at that Ka chakra and ascend in a very authentic and true manner. Okay? Show up as yourself. Show up. You've been prepared for this moment in time. Don't walk away from it. Don't leave it behind. Don't just say, oh, I can't do it. You've been prepared for this moment. Don't be afraid of it, because this is the time for you to take that leap of faith and that step through and say, yeah, this is who I am. Now, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, before you go, I want to let you know We are having a free group coaching session this Sunday, June 21st, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. The registration link is down in the description box below. Completely free to you. It's an hour, and it's all about finding your voice. So if you've been trying to figure out, well, how do I even speak from my higher self? How do I know that's my higher self speaking? How can I walk in my most authentic self? How can I empower myself once I find my voice to activate that in my world? That's what this Sunday is here for you. We're just going to be together an hour. It's completely free. You register below and show up. And we're going to talk about finding our voice, because there's a lot for us to say, light workers, and we've got to speak with power in our own lives and in the collective. So please join me for that free coaching session, okay? Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. I really appreciate all of you. And leave me a comment below and let me know how this resonates with you. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much. Namaste. Bye-bye.